Okay, so if you had to make this backing like I just did, making a polygon from the selected points, it is going to be non-planar, meaning that it's not made up of 3 or 4 vertices. And because of that, using bevel tool just isn't going to work. And some of the other tools aren't going to work. The tool that is going to work is multi-shift. Click that and drag, and then just use your T key. You now can actually adjust this and work with it like a bevel. And so the benefit here is that you can center that out, extend that out, and then work with that by doing the same multi-shift operation a couple more times, and then remove that existing polygon. So it's just another way of taking those edges and extruding them out, very much like I did when we created that first part of it. Now, what's the whole point of this? Nothing really. I just wanted to show you that because we're not even going to need that because we're going to mirror everything over. So we don't need that inside polygon, which is why I didn't bother making cross sections this way, which would have made this whole thing a nice quad mesh, allowing that backing to actually be put together with a nice 3 or 4 vertices. But I do need it for a little bit before I completely delete it. So let's go back in here before I delete it. I just realized I need to do that. Click multi-shift once. Shift H for my size tool. And we're just going to size that up. Like that. You can even use just the regular H command for stretch. We're going to stretch that out kind of like that. Press the T key for move. And I'm actually going to move that up so it kind of just rests right there. Not quite level with that bottom curve. Just a little beneath it. And press the H key, and I'm going to put my mode down here under modes is set to mouse, my action center. Okay, that means when I put my mouse down here with the stretch tool, I can just stretch that down just a little bit and even that out. Okay, and again, I'm pressing H for stretch, which is under your modify. Okay, come back here to our full view here, and you can see that I've got that shape. So now I'm just going to use my multi-shift one more time for multiply. Click once, T key for move, and just move that out just about that much. Okay. Spacebar turns off my move, and then I'm going to press delete on my keyboard to remove that extra polygon. And the last thing I'm going to do is come down here to points, and with my right mouse, lasso select from the top view, which selects all the way through. T key is my move, and I'll just push that in just a little bit. Shift A to fit, and then question mark to deselect. Okay, so there is the front portion of the bottle. And we got just a nice little edge right down there. Okay, so hit S to save. And now we're going to make these edges a little bit nicer. And we're going to come back to edge mode. And this is just a little trickier just to select everything here. So I'm going to select one edge, another edge, and another edge. And if you hit select loop, it does a pretty good job going all the way around, but it's not going to do everything, and it might actually get some extras. Okay, so this is kind of a little bit more of a manual process, but it does a pretty good job. Yeah, like up here, we're going to have to do these. Just make sure you don't get the edges on the Z. We don't need those. We just need the corners on the Z. Like this, and all we're going to do is just bevel this out just a little bit, just for a little bit smoother looking bottle. We don't want this edge right here, but we will take this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And just in case you don't know what I'm holding the Alt Option key, and then clicking and dragging to rotate around. Okay, so there's the bottom. Looks like I got it all. Make sure that one's selected there. All right. Select edge bevel and just click and drag a little. I'll bevel that out.